Hi Scorpio, welcome to Free Your Spirit Healing. This is going to be messages for you for your highest good for the month of February 2026. Oh, okay. February. Oh my goodness. What? Some kind of change around action being taken is going to happen in February. Something that you've been very patient over. Something that you've had to keep yourself contained around emotionally. You've had to really keep yourself contained, and it's something that has caused you a lot of anxiety or accumulative anxiety or overthinking. It's caused you a lot of overthinking, Scorpio, and some kind of shocking surprise, something shocking happens around that thing or situation. Something quite heartbreaking, something that's disappointing. It's something that needed to end. It needed to come down and be gone, or it needed to finish or crash or burn, or something needed a complete overhaul. And it's something that you didn't see coming. Ooh, and it was something that wasn't good for you either, or it's some kind of change that needs to happen, or ending that needs to happen, because it was something toxic or chaining, or it could have been something material, or it could have been something some kind of connection or romance, or something connected to your emotions, and something where a third party or a third thing got in the way. And maybe that's what you are obsessed over, or maybe that's what you are upset or disappointed over, is someone got in the way, or someone's not fighting for you. It feels like something you've already left behind. I don't feel like this is a new thing, but it could be for some of you. It could be something that started up that wasn't in alignment for you, and it may be old lessons playing out in a different format to see if you've learned the lesson. So if you have met someone else maybe in January or previous to that, and then a situation's arising where there's arguments or disagreements or fights about how to do something, or and you're just having to contain yourself, and it's causing you anxiety. By containing yourself and keeping quiet and just staying in your lane and staying in your own alignment, I feel like you're not entertaining the thing that you don't want. So you're telling the universe, I don't want this. I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, and I am not entertaining it any longer. And you're moving on and past it, even though it may have been bright and shiny at the time. It was short-term gratification, and you're kind of seeing that, and you're presenting that what you're looking for is the opposite of short-term gratification. You're actually looking for long-term, secure, solid, investment. And that could be like this whole thing could be either romance based, or it could be your career based base. It could be different pages you're on with people at work or not on, or that giving you a headache, or wanting a different result other than an environment or a thing or a person that's toxic. There's not really another way of putting that. Or fearful, someone that's fearful, or a situation that creates fear, or that's just in the negative, something that's dark, or overly materialistic base, something that's not balanced, something that's out of balance, something that chains rather than frees or liberates. So I feel like you are really clear with yourself, Scorpio, as to what you expect, what you want, not only from others, but from yourself. You're also looking at what that looks like, and you're taking a deep, long, soul-searching look at an end result or an investment, a big investment. And this could be an investment to do with family, or with investment in lifestyle, investment in long-term gain or communication, investment in work, in your assets, looking at your assets, or looking at someone else's assets. If something's aligned with you, if you and someone else are equally yoked. And I feel like what this is saying is that the sleepless nights or the anxiety that you've had around a situation is that something has not been fair for a very long time. And you now require a clear direction to move forwards in. And this feels like a combination of timing and willpower. And it could involve you either getting a new mode of transport, or moving somewhere, or some kind of travel, or you needing to move. And that could be moving house, or moving yourself, or just moving, or needing to physically move. Or you may need to drive somewhere and steer your own ship, or making a choice about where you are moving to, making a choice about your next move, considering something is ending, something is clearly ending. And I feel like it's ending because there's something else involved, or someone else involved, and you're finding out about that, and you are not wanting any part of it with the dynamic that's presented to you in February, which is the month of love. So express your love to yourself for sure. And I really hope that whatever it is a minority that is coming out as the main energy. So something's going down in February. But I feel like it's steering you to be more assertive, not only with yourself internally, but with yourself externally, like backing yourself up in terms of your requirements and what you desire as being like a given. Like your standards are, it's okay to have standards. It's okay. It's funny, someone once kind of said jokingly, but almost complaining, that that I was too fussy when it comes to like my choices with food or what I'm choosing to put in my body, because it was annoying for them, because they could eat whatever it is I didn't want to eat because I don't want to put that in my body. And rather than me getting upset or offended by what they said, I like owned it and said, well, I'm particular because I care about my body and I love it and I'm grateful that it works for me, and it'll only continue to work for me if I put good stuff in it. So it's almost like my whole attitude has changed around speaking up for myself and what I desire, and I can justify it without feeling the need to justify it. It just is so, and I'm comfortable with that. I'm not justifying it from a place of insecurity. I'm justifying it from a place of feeling happy and content in myself, that I know what self-love is on that level. So I feel like you've achieved that, and I told you that story because I'm a Scorpio, so I'm sure it resonates with you in terms of how you've come so far in your psyche, of how you see yourself and what you deserve, and how valuable you are, and deserving no less than an equal, reciprocal give and take in the value that you bring to the table and what you require moving forwards. And I feel like you are continuing to refine the story of what you desire long term, and what you want for yourself long term, what you're building for yourself, what you're actually leaving behind. And I feel like you are, I just saw the Five of Pentacles, you're abandoning the old version that would entertain something toxic or something, like put up with people's bad behavior because you're compassionate. And it's not like you haven't lost your compassion. You've just gained more compassion for yourself. So you're not allowing someone else's dynamic to take precedence over your life, because it's your life, and you're not going to live your life for someone else. You're going to live your life for you, and you've made like peace with that. There's a self-acceptance. There's a deep self-acceptance that it doesn't work when you live your life for someone else. It only works when you speak your truth and you put yourself first. So I feel like something like that is happening here, where you're really acknowledging the change that you go through. Of it's like it feels like a final release. It's a real, like you have an aha moment and you really get the importance of what's right for you and what you want moving forwards, and what you bring to the table and what you expect in return. You may even travel somewhere in February and have some kind of payout or bonus, or someone who gives to you freely, or you may be able to do that for someone through some kind of work travel situation. And I feel like you will be closing out a cycle of accepting less than exemplary behavior or poor behavior, and maybe cutting something out, or you may be changing a habit. There may be some kind of, for some of you, there's an epiphany you have over a habit or something that you've been fighting with yourself around for a long time. And this may be something you've obsessed over, or it may be an addiction that you've had for a long time. And you may be recognizing that it's just not serving you and it needs to go. So it may be your relationship with an addiction is getting cut out so that you can steer yourself in a healthy direction long term of creating good stability and direction for yourself, and investing in yourself and overcoming whatever it is you go through in February. You are overcoming. You're overcoming prior burdens, I feel, and putting your focus on yourself and investing in yourself, and really having a think about what that new version of you looks like now, because you are the kings and queens of transformation, Scorpio. So own it, darling, own it. Having faith in your path, in your trajectory and where you want to go. Yeah, you're laying something to rest, and I feel like it's to do with some kind of addiction or habit or phase of your life. You're making a very clear, like a clear shift, a clear internal shift. And it may have something to do with money or your value system. But it's something you are overcoming. And you're taking on quite a lot in terms of the action that you're taking. You're really going to be applying yourself in February in order to increase your value, your personal value. You may be taking on more responsibility. In order to increase your personal value, and reflecting on what you would leave behind if you did pass on, and reflecting on what's important to you, and also taking better care of your health. So you may be getting some kind of affairs in order as well, like a just in case thing. Yeah, and resting so that you have the energy to handle those extra things that are going to be on your plate in February. So number 13, Dawn Watcher, caretaker, guardian, support. There may have been something that shifted in your timing, whereby you're getting more sleep or getting up earlier or something like that. But you're looking at the sky a lot. Maybe watching the dawn. 1 and 3 is 4. So yeah, we're still working on creating your own stability and structure, creating a structure for yourself. So creating a structure in your day, in your timing, in your rhythms of when you do things, creating consistency to the structure of your day, creating new habits that are consistent in the week, that add up to an incremental difference in your future. So you're implementing those things. 1 and 3 is 4. Number 13, Dawn Watcher. For you. And also that kind of insight is improving your intuition as well. Like the little incremental changes that you're making is also increasing your ability to see through the veil and to get messages and downloads. It's like you're becoming clearer in your connection. Your spiritual connection is getting clearer because you're making changes, little incremental changes that you're making in your lifestyle are having a bigger effect, and they're going to have that long-term effect. So you're also doing a lot of deep soul searching and reflection on what you want to see come to fruition in your future, and making plans or sowing seeds towards that. Ooh, how interesting. Wolf spirit, number 18. 1 and 8 is 9. So something near completion. Something's almost there, Scorpio, almost there. I feel like they're almost there is you've almost come full circle back to yourself. There's something about whatever happened or happens in February where maybe if it's an addiction or whatever it is that you lose or let go of or that comes crashing down is actually bringing you back to yourself. It's giving you your freedom back. It's which when you have your freedom back internally, it gives you a sense of finding yourself, of knowing you belong. You belong to yourself in your wildish nature. You can howl at the moon. You can be as wild as you want to. And wolves are lone creatures, and it may be that you've got to a stage where you're okay, even if you are with someone, you're okay with being on your own. You're okay with being alone, and you operate just fine on your own. You can navigate the world perfectly fine and meet up with friends and enjoy company and also enjoy alone time. So yeah, you may be connecting to your wildish nature as well there, Scorpio. Dawn Watcher, wolf spirit. Yeah, I feel like there's something changing in the timing of things, the way you govern your own time, the way you use your time, the way you set your calendar or the demands, the pace of things, pacing. There's something about time in this that feels important. Oh my God, and you've got wolf. So please look at wolf and the meaning behind wolf spirit being with you for the month of February. Wow. The eyes are really strong in both of these pictures and very alive. So there's something awakening within you. You're feeling more alive and observant, very observant and grounded. Wow, so that's it for the month of February. Double confirmation on the wolf for you there, Scorpio. So what a great totem. And please like the video and share it with other Scorpios and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you next month. Mwah.